Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcast 77 WABC, just celebrated my birthday. Thank you, folks, for the well wishes, and thank you to those of you that ordered my book on my life, No Mama's Boy, or even my bobblehead from my website, DominicCarterOnline.com. That website is all one word, DominicCarterOnline.com, and the bobblehead is rather cute if I don't say so myself. Here was one of the greatest birthday gifts as far as I'm concerned. The Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg is apparently going to fight the shoplifting surge. By going after repeat offenders. But first, let's start with my gripe and my bravo moment. This is my podcast. Let's go. To Manhattan District Attorney Bragg in a moment. I'm starting with my gripe. We're all going under financially with these gas prices. And what does President Biden do? The solution from the President of the United States. It's like putting a Band-Aid on Niagara Falls. Biden says he's considering a federal holiday on the gasoline tax. Translation: that could possibly save U.S. consumers as much as 18 cents a gallon. 18 cents. Gas prices in part of New York City are approaching $6 a gallon. Way to go, Mr. President. Now for my bravo moment. And it's with Hollywood megastar Tom Hanks. Everybody has a breaking point. Everyone. Even celebrities have a breaking point. The other day, right here in New York, Tom Hanks, who has earned a reputation for being one of the nicest guys in Hollywood, not losing his cool, did just the opposite in a profanity-laced episode, and he was right to do it. He was leaving a New York event with his wife, Rita Wilson, and surrounded by fans, his wife, of more than 30 years, almost tripped and fell. The normally calm Hanks lost it for a moment, and again, rightfully so.
How you doing?
It's been a long time.
Be careful, Tom.
Watch out, move. It's been a long time, Tom. How you been?
Whoa.
Wait.
Stop it!
What are you doing?
Back the f*** off!
What are y'all doing?
What do you want?
People are crazy.
Knock it over my wife!
Yeah, they're bugging. Sorry, Tom, about that. They're bugging out. These people are.
Come on, man.
Sorry about that, Tom.
Now to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Catherine Wild is the president of one of New York's top organizations of business leaders. She is the president of the Partnership for New York City, and she appeared on the Cats Roundtable with our owner-operator, John Catsimatidis. And here is the wonderful news. What the DA is apparently going to do will put a dent in the problem. Pre-trial detention.
Oh, a happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, a happy day. Happy day.
In other words, keep accused shoplifters locked up if they have prior felony convictions, multiple open cases, or a history of skipping out on court dates. Bang! Count one for law and order. Here is Catherine Wild again with our owner-operator, John Catsimatidis.
Tell me, what is Alvin Bragg talking about? Because I saw a press clip, but didn't have any details.
So DA Bragg today announced the results of an effort he's been working on since January with small businesses and with the partnership with us here representing large businesses. And it is a plan to reduce retail theft in Manhattan, shoplifting and smash-and-go robberies. something we very much need.
Including my Haagen-Dazs?
Including everything. They're going to be focusing on a much closer working relationship with the NYPD to aggressively identify those folks who have high rates of recidivism, who are committing, it's a relatively small number of relatively well-organized people who are committing most of these robberies that have so much increased in the recent years.
Pre-trial detention. Bravo. Here is another reason why the system must crack down as it relates to law and order for the good of all of us. You may recall the mentally ill man that decided to go down on the tracks of the subway and hold up service for an hour. New Yorkers tried to give him money to entice him to come back up. It didn't work, but here is what it sounded like.
Right here. Come on. Right here. Take that shit. Right here.
Of course, the NYPD had to respond, the fire department and EMS. Finally, the man got tired of putting on his show and came back up off the tracks. I get it. People have serious problems when it comes to mental illness. But in 9 out of 10 cases, it seems like they just straighten up with their behavior if they know they are going to Rikers for at least a week or a mental hospital. Now, they know they get attention and their 15 minutes of fame for very bad behavior. Get the mentally ill off the subways and back into hospitals and treatment. Come on, folks. Stop the hate and stop the attacks on Asian Americans. You may recall police were looking for a woman described as in her 50s, caught on video making anti-Asian remarks and pepper spraying 4 Asian Americans near Manhattan's Chelsea neighborhood, telling them to go back to their countries when they were born and raised here in New York City. This is what the attack sounded like.
This person was being hella racist to us, telling us to go back to our country, now spraying us with pepper spray.
She's spraying me with I'm not in your space.
Move. Don't spray me.
Yo! You're a sad ass, honestly.
And in this case, the NYPD has charged a Florida woman, 47-year-old Madeline Barker, with multiple charges, including hate crimes. The primaries to be decided in just days now. No surprises are expected. Governor Kathy Hochul expected to win on the Democratic side. Congressman Lee Zeldin on the Republican side. The mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, just endorsed his fellow Democrat Hochul, declaring as a team they have been able to get things done.
I know it seems like I've been here for 5 years, but it's been 5 months. Hundreds of millions of dollars directly into the pockets of working people through a huge increase in the earned income tax credit. Governor Hochul. Billions of dollars in new child care subsidies for parents and tax credits that will lead to the creation of thousands of new child care seats. Say it with me, Governor Hochul. A real plan to save NYCHA that will bring a massive new investment in public housing at a critical moment, Governor. Subway ridership is up. Highest level at post-pandemic level. People are getting back on the trains, which we know is too familiar. All of us have Metro cards in our pockets. That's how we get around. Why are they up? Because confidence is coming back to our city and state.
Hey, at least Hochul Adams is not the fool fighting in public that was Cuomo de Blasio we witnessed in full public view for years. Another podcast, another inflation situation driving all of us broke. And one thing Biden is correct about, we are depressed. Americans are depressed. Who wouldn't be? Our owner-operator, John Katzimatidis, appeared on the Fox News channel with Brian Kilmeade discussing the oil situation.
It seems like the White House is blaming everybody, but it comes down to the fact, look, we are loyal Americans. When you say America, we're talking about Mexico, Canada, the United States. We're all in it together. The recession that's about to happen does not have to happen. The 30-year mortgage was over 6% yesterday. Are you going to run to buy a house at over 6% right now?
No.
No. They're creating a recession because there's an attack on North American oil industry. And why? Why the oil industry? And, people say, well, if you raise the price high enough, then people will accept buying electric cars more. All we want is peace. We want to do our business. We love America.
I close this way. I'm not a hater, never have been one, never will be one. I believe in opportunity for all. But finally, one group has done the right thing when it comes to transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. The world's governing body for swimming, it's known as FINA, has effectively banned transgender women from competing in women's sports. FINA members widely adopted a new gender inclusion policy that permits only swimmers who transitioned before age 12 to compete in women's events. There is perhaps some good news for swimmers like Leah. The organization also proposed an open competition category. Folks, I close as I started. If you are interested in my book on my life growing up in New York City and overcoming numerous obstacles, or my bobblehead doll, you can go to my website, DominicCarterOnline.com, all one word, DominicCarterOnline.com. You can catch me on 77 WABC weeknights, midnight to 1 a.m. Go check out the Dominic Carter merchandise at the 77 WABC store, from Dominic Carter t-shirts to hats and much more. Go to WABCRadiostore.com. I will see you the next time right here. Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcasts, 77 WABC.